to the space where minds collide. Annie and Kerrie gonna be your guide. Psychic wonders and spiritual delight will unveil the mysteries in the light. Tune your senses, sharpen your mind. Feel the energy, let your soul unwind. Tarot cards and angels' wings. Sound healing makes your spirit sing. Mind, body, soul connection strong. Find your peace where you belong. Meditate, elevate, discover ways to brighten up your darkest days. Energy flowing through your veins. Unlock your power, break the chains. With Annie and Kerrie on this ride, discover the universe inside. Healing words in crystal glow, guiding through the ebb and flow. Feel the love that we impart. Awaken the magic in your heart. Mind, body, soul connection strong. Find your peace where you belong. Meditate, elevate, discover ways to brighten up your darkest days. Mind, body, soul connection strong. Find your peace where you belong. Meditate, elevate, discover ways to brighten up your darkest days.
Hello.
Hello.
You found us,
you?
Anne. Shelley's PA sent you through the link. I was looking for it, and Gail and Shelley beat me to it. Hi, Kelly.
Hi, Anne. Hi, Kelly.
Sandy.
Hi, Sandy. So lovely to see you excited for tonight again.
Hi, AJ.
Shelley, hello. Thanks to Gail for sharing the link.
Shelley's PA.
Hey, have you seen the photos from Shelley and Peter's latest trip? Oh my gosh,
yes.
you girls.
Yes.
I'm loving it. What an
There was
awesome
mud up to their
time.
neck, and there was sunshine, and it was bucketing down rain. They had everything. It looked like a great time. Hi, Miss Jeanette.
Hi, Jeanette. And Anne found us too. So, yeah, Gail's not on yet. There you go. But
She's
she
on.
helped everyone else find it.
No, she's here.
Oh, is she? I haven't. Well, there you go. I must have missed you,
she's
Gail.
here.
Sorry.
There she is.
Sorry. Too many things at once. So, what a crazy week this has been. I don't know what. I mean, we do talk during the week, obviously. But what a crazy week it's been. I've met some really interesting people being out at Magically Eccentric. Some really lovely souls there. I know you've read for some amazing people too this week, Annie.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
so that's been
like
good.
it's been a full moon this week.
Yes.
So the moon has been blamed for all sorts of stuff. Anything that goes wrong, blame it on the moon. It's a full moon, the whole world's gone mad. And it was a beautiful, clear, huge full moon.
Yep. I actually got a phone call from Les and Sue last night saying, "Have you gone out to see the moon yet?" I said, "Yes, I've tried, but it's behind that giant tree." I have to wait. But I did have a beautiful view of Venus in the opposite direction. Some teddy bears in G-strings. Okay, I missed that one.
Let's go back to the moon.
Yes, and the moon has been beautiful. I guess that's a different sort of moon, isn't it? Anyway, moving right along. The moon has been
blaming the
beautiful.
moon for everything as well.
And Venus is in the opposite direction, and it's so bright and so orange right now. It looks amazing.
We've had a couple of sad losses this weekend as well.
We have.
We lost Dolly.
Mm-hmm.
the Queen of Country.
Mm-hmm.
And everywhere I look now, there's been tributes to her. We went to see her. She was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And we lost Tim Curry, my
Tim
little Franken
Curry.
treasure.
You know, I learnt something about Tim Curry this week. I never knew that he was the clown in It. So there you go.
He's Moneypenny,
Mm.
who grabs children out of drains. In tribute
Yes.
to him, they were
That
putting
terrified
balloons.
children
Yeah,
for a lifetime.
traumatized a
Yeah,
whole generation of kids. But
exactly.
they were putting red balloons on the drains in memory of him. And I was thinking, oh, more trauma. You wouldn't go
Yeah.
near it to get that balloon, would you? Because you never know what's going to grab your ankle.
That's it. That's it. So no, I didn't know that until just this week. I suppose I
He was
never really
injured. He
thought
had a
about it.
stroke, and
Yeah,
he was
Pennywise.
Pennywise.
Yep.
He had a stroke, and he was really badly affected by it, but he still went on. Hi, Miss Tracy. Hello, hello, hello. Nice to see you. Welcome back.
Yes, lovely to see you. Yeah, so and even today, I met a young man, and I'll say, well, young, he's 30, right? And he was telling me all about the masculine retreats that they're running for their age group with the guys, and how important it's been for men to get back in touch with how to manage their emotions. And that was super interesting.
Do you know his name?
Yes, his name is Michael, but they all call him Mickey.
I had one um, I read for Anthony, and he's Islander. And he was talking about wanting to set up a mentoring group for young men for the exact same reason,
Mm,
getting them back into their masculinity. And
hmm.
not long ago, and it was a while ago I read for him, but not long ago I see that he's got it up and running.
Yeah,
So there's a lot more men stepping in now as well, which is just totally awesome.
it is awesome. Which is actually another beautiful segue into what our topic is tonight.
Yes, woo woo.
Out of woo woo and into just a spiritual life, a normal way of living. So, and it's just something I've been noticing so much lately, Annie, is that it really is getting out of that woo woo or they're in that space and really moving into just part of everyday life now. And you're seeing it more and more everywhere, which is really lovely to see that people are coming back to themselves and who they always truly were. Um, because we do, you know, we've talked about that so many times. As a child, we have all that, and then we sort of lose it, and then we search for it again. And while we talk about awakening, it's really a remembering of who we truly are, and it's lovely to see it coming back in. Just as a general topic now, and I'm seeing it more mainstream, more people that you wouldn't think would be talking about going within, sitting in stillness, understanding the energy, understanding frequency. Like it's just been amazing, really.
There's more and more stuff on my feed,
Mm,
because probably because you're on there, and there's the sound bed healing on there. But I'm getting more and more stuff about sound healing and
mm-hmm.
um, all different types of sound healing too, and they're
Yeah.
all talking about the hertz, the 428 hertz.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's interesting. Hello,
Yep.
Natasha.
Welcome, Natasha. Yeah, so it really has been interesting. So this week, Annie and I just picked out a few videos that we thought, gee, that's good that people are now bringing through different concepts. Now, we don't expect everyone to agree or disagree. Whatever, you'll have an opinion one way or another. On what we're presenting, and some things we go, yep, that resonates with us, and some things we go, don't know, right? But but we've thrown a few different ones in there because it's just interesting as to who is talking about it. And that's what we thought we'd share with everyone. Tracy, holy shit, that sound healing I had with Kerrie blew my crown chakra off. And yeah, it does. And the number of comments I get, along those lines, Tracy, my hardest thing is how do you describe it to someone? How do you actually market it? Because I know there's so many people that would benefit from it. But I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a very good marketer. And it's
Do you,
super
re-
hard to put into words.
do you remember what Gail said the other week, where she had this manly man, on the phone to her, saying that he had to come and see her because his chakras were out of balance. And I
Yes.
think she was pretty shocked that this big manly man
Yeah.
understood that his chakras were out of balance, because it's
Balance.
it's like he's talking the talk and he went to get it sorted and get himself rebalanced again. And I'm finding that too. Like a lot of the people that are popping in, you
Yeah.
just look at them and you think, how did you get to this space?
I
Because
know.
you're
Like
not you're
it's
not a
interesting.
typical in this space person.
Hmm.
But I suppose there's not a typical in this space person.
Well,
Everybody's their own different
it's
woo-woo.
everyone's own journey, but
Yeah.
and I think we go back to okay, so we're in the year of the fire horse, right? And everything's sort of galloping ahead. And yet we know over there there's a whole lot of crap going down, right? Everywhere, right? Doesn't matter what country you're in, there's a whole lot of stuff. But more and more people are just going, oh, yeah, I'm not playing in that space. I'm not engaging with it. I'm not feeding into that anymore. I'm not, and they're really finding what lights them up, um, and trusting themselves more rather than looking for that external validation or, oh, because the crowd says, then this is the latest in thing, that they're really trusting their own thoughts and their own opinions a whole lot more. And there's a big difference between like when someone gives you praise, and we have to think how we accept that too. We just brush it off as if it's nothing, or do we accept that because that's an energy exchange that takes place? But there's a big difference between being gracious in receiving that feedback for something that you've done well versus needing validation. And the split there is happening as well, so it's just amazing. See how it's all coming together. Yeah, he needed his chakras aligned. Yes. So so it's great to see that there. So below us, on our backstage screen, Miss Annie, is a range of random short videos. Now, when this is over, I will make sure I go back and add in all the links to these. So if anyone sort of grabs you and you want to follow them, please do. I think they deserve it. They've been putting out some really good content and bringing things really into mainstream. So I'm going to let Annie pick and choose. Kathy Lee, hello. I thought about you tonight. Sorry, Annie. Shiny thing, which happens to be Kathy. Just distracted me. Kathy, do you recognise this jacket that I'm wearing? You might. This was something Kathy gave me, and I thought, oh, she hasn't been on for a while. she,
See, you put on your jacket and
I put
manifested a
on put on
Kathy.
Kathy's jacket, and here she
Oh,
is.
Kathy, I read for three very sad ladies yesterday, um, and we were having a chat, and they were crying, and they had lost someone dear to them, and they were a bit upset, and I couldn't let them go home because they were crying. So I said, look, I know you're really sad, but there's a solution for being really sad. And they just looked at me and they said, what? And I said, cake. And I dragged out that book because it's at my hand. And I said, look at this little book. It says, when you're happy, you need cake. If you're sad, you need cake. If you
Hmm.
don't know what to do, eat cake.
Eat
Cake
cake.
is the answer to everything. And I said
Hmm.
to them, I said, there's a cheesecake shop on the way down the road on your way home. Now you've been happy and you've been sad, so you need to get two cheesecakes. Off they popped, grinning all over their faces to get cake. because cake solves everything.
Yep.
So, yes,
So
thank you for
yes.
that, Kathy.
We use that a lot now. We do
We
use that
do.
a lot.
Cake is the answer to
Oh, hey,
everything.
Cole.
Hi, Cole. Welcome, welcome. We were just talking
Oh,
about eating cake.
yeah. I actually want cake now. Wish we hadn't talked about that. And I had cake today too. So, a lovely cake today. Okay, so Annie, I'm going to just let you randomly pick a video.
Oh, my
Where they're a bit
stars.
longer, we might have to pause in between and just put our thoughts in the middle of one of them. Some of them are very short. Um, just because YouTube and Facebook don't like it when we just use other people's content without stopping it. There you go. Kathy had vanilla slice. Colleen wants cake. And Tracy wants coffee with a cake. Yes, I agree. Oh no, I was just going to do the same thing. Now all we need is the cake. Actually, one live stream, what we should do is have everyone bring cake and coffee or tea, whatever your preference is,
And
or
have a
hot chocolate,
party.
whatever you like, and we'll have a coffee club night, coffee and cake club.
Tracy and I might bring whiskey, but that's another story. Okay.
Yeah. There
Um,
you go. Just mentioning cake makes Gail happy now. Yeah.
yes, the
We all
mention of
know the
cake takes
meaning.
us back to Tipragagan, which was where
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
Tracy's got cake in the fridge.
Cake in the fridge. We
Okay.
love you guys. We
We
love the
do.
chat.
And Tracy's in with my whiskey.
Yeah.
Naughty girls. And had carrot cake. Everybody's got
Okay. No
cake.
coffee though. Yeah.
It must be a Sunday thing.
It must be.
I'm going
It
to
must
change that.
be.
It's going to be an everyday thing. Now, I'm going to flick one of these. I'm on. Look at this. This is my sister who leads me astray because I'm the good girl and she's the naughty girl. I love you, Tracy. I'm going to let's make this happen because we're all
Yes.
distracted by
Yeah,
shiny
we
cake.
are. We're all into shiny things
Oh
tonight.
God, Jeanette had chocolate
Jeanette's
cake.
had chocolate cake earlier.
We've all had a great day. I'm going to play the one with the little girls first,
Yeah.
Kerry,
Yep.
because I really like that one. It's really
Yeah.
pretty.
Yep.
Okay, now we'll play this one once, and it's little. It's very very short, so we'll play it through, and then what we might do is we might run it again, but do the actions. Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go.
Magic,
Gather your magic. Clear my heart.
clear my heart,
Clear my mind.
clear my mind,
Clear my soul
clear my soul,
of ties that bind.
of ties that bind.
Clear my body
Clear my body
of what's untrue.
of what's untrue.
So I stand tall
I stand tall
as me, not you.
as me, not you.
I call my power
I call my power
back to me.
back to me.
I speak my truth,
And speak my truth,
wild and free.
wild and free.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Now, wouldn't it be wonderful if we taught kids that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if they're bringing more stuff. They're doing mindfulness and mini meditations with the kids in kindergartens now, and sometimes like even in grade one, they're trying to put mindfulness in some schools, and it would just be so gorgeous if
Mm-hmm.
this was the sort of stuff that teachers were teaching people because that would keep the kids connected to
Oh
who they
yeah.
are. And, like,
Mm-hmm.
in all honesty, who needs algebra? The minute the alphabet got involved in math, I was out. Like, there's no way. I was done. And mostly we don't need algebra unless
Yeah.
you want to go into that space. But that stuff there, in my humble opinion, is much better for little people because it teaches them that this is who we are and this is how we can be. And it keeps them in that sacred space, for want of a better word.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's
And
it's
she does a lot of very like short videos like that with the children, and very much about clearing your energy, protecting your space, understanding the energy. Um, just absolutely beautiful. And I really, truly hope it catches on, And this is the sort of thing we need out there because, as you said, Annie, the more people that are doing this with their little ones, the less they forget it, as they get older. Because we all know it as we're younger. We have that innate knowing of being a spiritual being and connected to everything, and we lose it. So the more that this is brought in, the more that we remember who we are. So rather than awaken to it, remember it, because it was always that way.
Michelle says her year 8 students would love no algebra.
Yeah.
And Tracy says it sets a strong foundation
It does.
for
It does.
everything.
And,
It does.
a connection and a respect for things too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's really lovely. There's a couple of hers on there, Annie. So I don't know if you want to do that one. I think the volume was a little bit lower
Yeah, the
on that
volume's
one.
not the best.
But
I
if you
don't.
wanted, there's a couple in there if you wanted to
Oh,
grab
I've got another
another one
one.
of those.
Yep, there's one there.
Yep.
I'll see what this one does. Oh,
Nourish my body.
Nourish my body.
Nourish my space.
Nourish my space.
Fill it with love.
Fill it with love.
Fill it with grace.
Fill it with grace.
I call back my power.
I call back my back.
I'm pure divine light.
Divine light.
Always protected.
Always protected.
Day and
And
night.
night.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Catch Mama Gaia?
oh, it's so good, isn't it?
It is.
It's just
And
lovely.
that one there where she's doing that one, you know what I love about it is right at the end they ground and they
Yeah.
connect with Mother Earth, and
Yeah.
and that's true grounding. Your hands actually on the ground, and I just think that's so beautiful.
That little giggle that wee girl's got, you just can't help but smile at her. She's just glorious. Jeanette says that her grandson's daycare do meditation and yoga,
Yeah,
and they've got a teepee where the kids could sit for some quiet time. I might visit that
yeah.
Kindy because I would like to sit in a teepee for some quiet time. That
That's
would be
great.
lovely.
Yeah. I mean, it's just and seeing more and more of this sort of thing on all different platforms now. So
Yeah.
it's everywhere, and people that would possibly surprise you that are talking about this as well. But we'll show you that down the track. So, did you want to run that one again, and we will do it.
We'll do it with her.
We'll do it with them. Everyone want to do it with them?
You've not got a choice. I'm about to hit go.
Get in touch with that childlike wonder and excitement, and let's all do this together.
Yes. There's a note here because I am not touching the floor. If I get
No,
down
well,
there, there's
yeah.
no way I'll get back up again.
Yeah, yeah.
Yay, yay. People are saying yes. Okay, you're in the privacy of your own
Yes,
lounge
yes,
room
yes.
if you don't.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Your magic.
Gather your magic.
Nourish my body.
Nourish my
Nourish
body.
my
Nourish
body.
my space.
Nourish
Nourish my
my
Fill it
space.
with love.
Fill
Fill
it
it
with
with
love.
Fill
love.
it with grace.
Fill it
Fill
with
it with
grace.
grace.
I call back my power.
I call
I
back
call
my
back my
power.
power.
I'm pure divine light.
I'm pure
Pure
divine
Always
light.
divine light.
protected.
Always protected.
Always
Always
Day
protected.
and night. And so
Day
it
and
is.
night.
So it is.
And so it
Catch
is.
Mama Gaia?
Yay!
And you have to giggle at the end with her,
You
don't
do
you?
have to giggle at the end. Okay, I'll get a bit more sensible now. Well, for only a minute. Let's do this one.
So I'll remove that.
Nourish my body.
No,
That's
she's
what I
back.
just did.
Nourish my space.
Nourish my space.
Fill it.
In another, in the quantum world. And when we walk across a room, if I were to walk from here to the camera,
Guys, I'm just going to pull that right back to the beginning again. Does everyone recognize who this is?
It's Sheldon's girlfriend.
It is. This is. It is. So her name is actually Mayim, and she is on both TikTok and she has a YouTube channel as well, and she does interview some pretty amazing people. And she is actually a real scientist, neurobiologist. So, yep, Big Bang. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Gail knows who she
Tracy
is
said
too.
she's outside, so she even touched the grass.
Good
Yay!
girl.
Okay, let's
People who have died in our universe might be alive in another in the quantum world. And when we walk across a room, if I were to walk from here to the camera, the quantum world says I can take an infinite number of paths to get to that camera, including a path might include me leaving the house, walking for 3 miles, coming back, and then walking up to the camera. In the quantum world, all of those things are possible. And in that quantum world, all those things are possible. My belief, and we can get to this possibly in a Substack conversation, my belief is that people who are energetically dialed in ways that I don't understand, people who maybe are mediums, people who are receiving information from other places, my amateur analysis is that they are tuned into some frequency that allows them access to quantum fields. That when they're saying I'm getting information from people who are dead, it's not necessarily that they're communicating with the dead. It could be that people have an access to a quantum world that allows them to see things that we don't see in this reality.
Heaven can be another realm in a quantum space whereby we just transition out of this world and into a parallel world that is not this one. And people who have near-death experience and talk about the indistinguishable nature of reality between other worlds and this one, and the ability to travel between worlds, and how intense meditators can move their consciousness between realms. Maybe they are accessing the wormhole of the universe to go into other dimensions.
If you take DMT, if you're Terrence McKenna and you see an essentially like an indescribable wave function, and also there's little elves operating the world,
You've just gone down a wormhole into something else.
so many people have said maybe what you are accessing when you are in an altered state of perception, either from meditation, from psychedelics, from NDEs, is that you are accessing something that is not seen to people like when people are seeing angels, when Lorna Byrne is like, I don't know, they just like, it looks like a presence, and I'm hearing other voices. She may be tapping into something that we cannot see or feel. She just is very, very exquisitely tuned into what might be a quantum realm.
Kaku's equations are suggesting that it is possible, we just haven't figured it out yet.
Terence McKenna is all about magic mushrooms.
Yeah,
That's where he sits.
My
They-
guides
they-
once told me that that's cheating,
Oh, yes, it is cheating, but you know,
right? Because you know, through walking a spiritual journey, learning to go inward within yourself and to connect with source energy, that you're accessing, you know, the different realms and the information and your guides and the connection with your guardian angel and your guides, and you're doing it because you have learnt to do that, whereas using anything else can actually open you up when you're not ready or attract things that you shouldn't be doing, you know.
yeah.
So there's that protection level. I think what's interesting for me about what they said is really quantum physics is proving what we have always known.
Well, I don't think, like, I think it's all levels of vibration, and I've always thought it's levels of vibration. So when somebody passes, their vibration level rises. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of us do the meditations, so that we can raise our vibration to be on the same vibration. And I don't think it's somewhere far away. I think what they were talking about for me is that parallel universe. Like everything is still kind of here. Like I don't think heaven is somewhere up in the clouds. It's just a different space where we raise our vibration a bit higher. And then some people choose to return to here because they haven't finished learning what they need to learn in this vibration. But some people who have moved on to the next vibrational level. So if this is this is plane 3. There's 7 planes, and this is 3. If you go to 4, you can still advance up the planes on the other side by being a spirit guide, or
Oh,
by helping people, and that's how for me it's always worked.
yes, yeah.
And I know that, like when people pass away, it's sad. I've been thinking about death quite a bit this week because of Dolly and because of Tim Curry. And like I just feel, even although their physical presence is missing and you miss the body of that person, their energy doesn't go away.
Yeah,
Their energy's still with you,
yeah.
and that's why I keep telling people, like the people I read for yesterday, your papa's with you.
Mm,
He's going to be able to see what you're doing.
yeah.
And one of the wee girls, because they're 2 young girls, went, "Oh, I don't know if I like that." And I
Yeah.
said, "Well, he's
Well,
busy. He's got other things to do as well."
and everything's on that energetic level. So the
Yeah,
frequency, and we teach that all the time, Annie. When like when we're sharing with people, which for you and I, what's most exciting is watching other people, the lights on moment. Hey, I can actually do this. Like it's just so awesome to watch that moment. Um, of realization that it's within them, that frequency, that light is within them. It's just been dimmed from day to day life, and getting that back again. But we talk about that, raising the energy, using your protection, so that we're going up in frequency. Our guides, angels, come down and we sort of meet here. So, and that's where you need to be for that. So yeah, and it can still inspire us. Exactly.
do you know? I think
Exactly.
when you think, a lot of the people on here, in fact, nearly everybody on here, has done one of our retreats,
Mm,
and when we all get together, the energy is off the chain,
yes.
because we're all, and we stay in that energy for the whole weekend, which is
Mm.
why we were dancing in the rain at 5 o'clock in the morning in our jammies, because but it's that, because of how the people, like everybody who's there, has this deep connection with
Mm,
everybody else, and it's a space where we all kind of, it's all about love, and it's fun, and I think when we're Kerry and the trees applauded, the
the,
trees
the,
the trees joined
it's
in
still a
with one of
moment
the
that,
sessions.
yeah, it's just still a moment that, I mean, we were all there and we all witnessed it. There you go. Wow, like it's almost indescribable what happened, but that's the exact result of that understanding of connection and energy, and also gratitude, because everyone in the group had poured out so much beautiful love energy, into the land and into the space, and it was responding back. And I think we forget that, this beautiful give and take that's actually meant to occur.
It's sad that when we get back to busyness, it kind of dims a little bit,
Oh,
because we
well,
get kind
lovely.
of tied up in day to day.
Oh,
So I
that's
think it's,
amazing, Michelle.
yeah,
At
I
the
just put that
caliber.
up.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I think we're going to see more and more of these places,
Yeah.
um, all over everywhere, because everyone's reconnecting again. So and that's what I think. And that's why I really thought, spirituality is now the new normal, because it's a spiritual life now. People are going, oh, yeah, well, we have a spiritual life. And not in the sense of religion. I'm not talking about that. Everyone can have their own beliefs and faith. I'm talking about a spiritual life of actually understanding connection and purpose and service. We're in service to the planet, we're in service to others, we're in service to the animals, we're in service to with each other, and in return, they're in service to us. And we're sometimes not good at the give and take. We need to learn that. Sometimes, those that are the givers, we've got so many givers in here that just pour out to everyone else and do the I'm okay. Um, that it's okay to say I'm not okay, and have others lift you up as well. Um, so yeah, it's crazy. Kerrie's book to bring a lot of moments back. Oh, thank you, Gail. Yeah. And I mean, I hope I just honoured all of you. I really wanted to tell your stories in that book because it was just such an amazing journey. But yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, it was incredible. So, speaking about that one, Annie,
Yes.
had you already selected a next one or not?
Um,
Because I was thinking, if you can
you
see
go.
the one on the beach,
No,
I'm
you
trying to
go.
find it. I think it might be a nice time to do this one because I'm loving the way people are out in nature and all of a sudden they just understand stuff and they get so excited that they've got to share it with everyone else and just create a random video to share what they're thinking. And I absolutely love this. So, a few of you might have seen this because I did post it a while ago, but I thought it's worth watching again because it's just great to see this excitement.
I'm literally shaking. I've woken up today at 5 minutes past 5 from a fly going in my eye. I'm not joking. It flew in my eye and it woke me up at 5 minutes past 5. I needed to do this video, okay? I need to show you this. So, Nikola Tesla was famed for saying, if you only knew the magnificence of the 3, 6, and 9, then you would have a key to the universe. I know what he means, okay? I'm going to try and show you. I've come down to the beach. I needed to get this out. Okay, so 3, 6, and 9, okay? So first we have the 6, okay? This represents the negative frequency, okay, of the planet. Then we have the 9, which is the inverse to the 6. This represents the higher timeline, okay? Whereas the 3, this represents the opportunity to be either positive or negative, okay? So if we turn this 3, okay, this can be inversely either 6 or 9, okay? So hold on with me, it gets more than this, okay? So I'm going to leave that there, okay? So now we have the 3, okay? And whether you view this 6 this way and it's negative, or you can view it this way and it is also positive, so you can either view this 3 this way, or you can also view the 3 this way. And if you join the 3 up to the other 3, it becomes an 8. And this is the infinite loop, or the infinite cycle and infinite possibilities of being either polarity positive or polarity negative, dependent on which way you choose, okay? Right, so this is the 3 that represents the 8, which is the endless possibility of either of each option. But it gets even more crazy than this, okay? So if we go back to the original 6 and the 9, okay, you tell me what this looks like. Okay, so here's the 6, yeah? And here's the 9, okay? And then this is the split. The yin and the yang is representing the 6 and the 9, which is the opportunity to be either positive or negative, the dark and the light. This has literally just been given to me. It just come to me and it was like, I'm literally shaking. The 3, the 6 and the 9. If only you knew the magnificence of the 3, the 6 and the 9, you would have the key to the universe. That's it. That's it.
He's so excited. He's just bursting with excitement.
Absolutely. It's like, I gotta tell you this, I gotta tell you.
Yeah, well,
But I love the way he starts. Is I woke up this morning because a fly flew into my eye at 5 minutes past 5 and got me up. And I just thought most people were like, no, I'll go to the beach. And then bang, you think. And that's sort of the excitement. Remember how exciting it was when you were younger and you used to discover something for the first time, and that joy and that excitement of like, oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. So what did you guys think of that one?
oh, we've got wows happening. Now, if you don't
Yeah.
remember the 369, we actually did a whole chat
You
on
did.
the 369. So if you go back through the videos, is on here, Kerry?
Yes. So Facebook is really hard to find old stuff, and quite often they will delete the live streams after a certain period of time, which is a bit sad. But on YouTube, if you go to the Angel Feathers YouTube page, there's playlists, and you'll see the Mind Body Spirit Connection playlist, which is all of our podcasts and all of our shows, live shows that we've done for several years now. So if you're ever looking for an old topic, that's where they all are. Easy access. So you just sort of got to scroll down and find it, but you'll find it in there. Yeah.
So yeah, if
Yeah.
you don't
And that was a
remember,
really fun one to do, the 369. But this is what I'm thinking. More and more people are just going, oh, wow, suddenly this makes sense. And I've got to tell the world about it. And I just love that.
that excitement's infectious.
It is. It is.
This is the one I was going to do next, and I don't know what it is. What does it
Oh,
say?
well, I did say it's going to be a bit of potluck because they don't appear where we can see which one is really which underneath.
Kelly's just
Oh,
got
Kelly's just had a
Kelly's just
hot
got out the bath, and Sandy goes to meditate.
Oh, thank you, Sandy. Yep, there's
Yeah,
a
all our
meditation
meditations are back
playlist
there as
and-
well.
Yep.
Gail
Meditation
saying
playlist.
369 has a connection to health.
Yes.
I like to join them all together. They become a yin and yang.
Yep.
And Kelly explained it so clearly. He did, didn't he?
He
Even if
did.
he had his little mind blown, he was like,
Even when you're getting to, add the two threes and you've got the infinity
infinity,
symbol with the
yeah.
eights, and this is where the eights then start to come in.
See that
So-
level of, oh my goodness. How
Mm.
many times have I phoned you with the, Kerry, I just need to tell you what happened. Or you phone me, Annie, you need
Yep.
to hear this. You need to hear this. So I get how he gets like this. It's
Oh,
just like,
absolutely.
something happened.
Yeah, and you think, it's something I think that once you start recognizing it and experiencing it, it doesn't become old hat, does it? It doesn't become something that you've experienced it so many times that it's like, oh, ho hum. It's never like that. Every time you have one of those experiences where something just comes to you, you have this epiphany, or you have this interaction with someone that just lights you back up again and gives you the next level of information, or the next synchronicity that comes in, or you start paying attention and oh wow, I'm actually in the stillness, I'm paying attention, I'm listening to the guidance I'm being given, and following it. It never gets old, does it? Like, you never not get excited.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah. I think I'm actually awful for that because, I've been round 3/4 of Australia. I've not been across the top and I haven't been into the middle, but I've done 3/4 of Australia. And there's been places and things where I've just stopped the car. At one point in WA, I was sitting on the roof of my car because I couldn't move because of the sunset. I just couldn't move. I just had to sit there. It was the biggest, orangest sun I've ever seen. I've also laid in the garden and looked at a moon.
Yep.
And, people think, and I get my granddaughters to come out when there's a full moon and howl with me.
Yeah.
I don't think this is even second childhood. I don't think I left my first one.
First one. Yeah. Never
My
really
kids
grow
think I'm
out of it.
embarrassing.
Mm.
There was an advert that was on telly where this woman was walking along the wall and her child was holding her hand, going, "Oh, mum, for goodness sake, that's me. That's me."
But it's so true, isn't it? Like, I remember we were on the cruise, and there was the beautiful rainbows over the mountains in Cairns, and it didn't look like that far. And I said, I reckon that you can see the end of that rainbow. I think I'm going to swim to it. And he goes, "Good luck."
Off
with
you pop.
that."
Find the gold, back you come.
Race the end of the rainbow.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, see, look, yeah, howling at the moon. Exactly.
Yeah, dancing like mad crazy ladies outside. Oh,
Yeah, it's all that fun. It's all that fun. And
I've
speaking of
got
fun
another.
ones,
I've got another one I was going to put on.
yeah, go for it.
What were
Go
you
for
going
it.
to do?
I bet you're going to do the one I was going to do, so I'm going to
Oh, I
let
don't
you
know
do
about
it.
that. Let's see.
To Earth school. And I was like, yeah, I know why. It's so we can, go to the courtroom of life. If we fail, we go to hell. If we pass, we go to heaven and just hang out forever. And he again said, I love that you think that's what it is. But he showed me that long before we came here, long before our energetic body was able to earn its way, work its way to here, we did a lot of hard work. We did a lot of the energetic stuff that a soul or an energetic body needs to do to even get to Earth. And Earth is a reward, but Earth is not a courtroom. It's a classroom. And in fact, better yet, it's a school box, like a playground for us to come and play, to learn how to love each other, learn how to love ourselves, learn how to create relationships, how to use our thoughts to create, and use the power of us to build energy in this space. And that's all it is. It's more of a reward than anything. And that we had to do so much before we got here that, there's a big part of the universe that wants to come here. They can't. They can't cut the mustard. You got to be really good to get here. This is like the
Grad school.
this is like the grad school of like this is the place that everyone wants to go because it's so respected. Because only like the finest, most well-developed souls can even try it out here.
Did you see any information about people like lining up to come to Earth? You mentioned that we had to do a lot of work in order to get to Earth in the first place.
I could sense it. I couldn't see it, but I definitely sensed it when Drake was explaining it to me, that it was a really hard thing to achieve, to be able to come here and play, like really hard. And in fact, a lot of us have many loved souls that are in other spaces that are envious of us here. And we're representing that whole group of souls as their representative, their volunteer to come here and play in the dirty sandbox. Yeah.
Does Earth have a waiting list?
Yes. 1,000,000% yes. Yeah.
It feels like an elite operation.
I've only got one thing to say to this. My work is done here.
You're not lining up again, Annie?
Nope.
It's an interesting concept, but it is a bit of a school because it is a learning journey, isn't it?
As long as you learn, Kerrie.
Yes, some of us take a while. Some of us, like me,
Me
repeat
too.
stuff.
But they're slow learners, but that's the other thing. Like in the past year and a half, stuff that we maybe thought we had dealt with is coming back and smacking us up the side of the head again, and saying, "Well, try to see this from this point of view. Have you really dealt with it?"
Yeah.
Which is, it is strange, but yeah, I just feel people don't. I think my biggest one is that when people get stuck, they don't think they have a choice. And they stay stuck because they don't know how to, like, once you fall into that low grade energy of depression and fear and all these things, it's truly hard to get back out of there and to shift it.
Yeah.
And it's about knowing how, like what Gail has said here, growth is important. Always be open to positive learning.
Yeah.
But sometimes when you've just been slammed with one thing after the other, it just, and of course, the minute you drop into that vibration, that's what you're attracting. So just more and more shit lands on you. Yeah. So it's even harder to dig yourself out of there. My recommendation would be cake, but that's a really flippant recommendation.
Exactly. But I think some of us haven't done that once. We've come back several times, you know. So yes, it's a school that you need to repeat. We're repeating the grade, so to speak. Right? If you think of it as a school, we're repeating the grade. Um, but at the same time, it's a physical realm, and not everything is physical. A lot of the levels are energetic, as we know. And so to feel the warmth of the sun, to feel and smell that beautiful salt water at the beach, um, that tangible material density of the frequency here, it can be an incredible, beautiful experience. Um, so yeah, but it is a learning curve. It is
Kelly got
definitely.
unstuck. Well done, Miss Kelly. Shelley, been dreaming about her ex-husband for the last few weeks. Again, it's stuff just coming up to say, is this, have you dealt with this? Is it done? Is it in your way? Is the energy of it holding you back from moving forward? There's,
Yeah.
you're the only one that's going to know that,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But Tracy's calls it the
Darkness of the
darkness of the
light.
night, but always had a
Yeah.
light keeper showing me the way forward. That's really important too. You know, like everybody has these times and these moments. Like
Yeah.
I've cried rivers, so have you,
Yeah.
Kerry.
Yeah.
But it's about being able to I, my safe space when I get like that, I need to get to the ocean.
Mm.
If I get to the ocean, like the salt water, the
Mm-hmm.
ozone in the salt air and the salt water, that's one of the things that clears me. I just need to get my feet in the water.
Yeah.
And that's sort of, and then of course being at the beach and being at the water, it gives you this sense of, look how big this ocean is and look how little I am.
Mm.
And nothing is, you're not able to, you can overcome anything
Yeah.
provided you can flick that switch.
Yeah. And Sandy saying that for her too. Definitely that. And you know, a lot of people do talk about, you know, that dark night of the soul, and understanding that even the yin and the yang within us, we can then go, okay, well, now I'm just going to take really what I learnt from it, and I'm going to release the rest of the energy from it. But it's a process. It is a process. And just because I can talk about it, right, doesn't mean I'm an expert in it, right? I understand it. I'm still learning too, you know, as we all are. And
Some of it's
Gail
about
was just saying
forgiveness.
that, yeah, she heard something once that she thought was so nice. When we remember that those that have passed, they get bragging rights in heaven, like there is a reward for being remembered. And
I
that's
tell that to
lovely, isn't it?
people.
Yeah.
I tell that to people, like the people I read for yesterday. I said, as long as you keep talking about him, he's not really
Hmm.
gone. You're keeping
Yeah.
him alive. And
Yeah.
when you
Keep
talk
that
about him,
energy.
he's up there going, look, look, they're
Yeah.
talking about me again. They're
Yes.
remembering when we went to the beach, when we did our picnics, you know, all that kind of stuff. And
Hmm.
I'm sure they get excited
Yeah.
when
Oh,
we're
absolutely.
sharing their
Absolutely.
stories. And that is what keeps them alive.
Now, this one, can I grab the next one,
Yeah,
Annie?
yeah, go, go.
Um, this particular one, it is a little bit longer, so we might have to interrupt it part way through because it is a bit of a longer one. But this is for all my crystal lovers out there, which is probably all of you, right? And particularly Miss AJ. I think you're really going to love this one. And a reminder that perhaps we are also remembering some lost technologies and knowledge around frequency. And maybe we lost it in a reset because, you know, we just had to reset everything at one point. But now, sadly, this is Joe Felt's video. For those of you who know Joe Felt, he did a lot of work in off-grid living and sustainable living and all of those sorts of things, and just fascinated with the old world technology. So again, frequency, vibration, magnets, you know, whole range. And sadly, he passed away a few weeks ago. But I just thought it's really worth having a look at this one because he was always traveling around the world finding these most amazing things. So Let's do that one.
As is below.
Es el yin yang.
Yang is an electrical device of some kind. Has to be magnetism or frequency energy. 7 different worlds. We are living in number 8 right here. Dualidad.
Pero este triángulo es abajo.
He said right here, look, this triangle, so as above, as is below.
Es el yin yang.
Yin yang, los dos de vida. Dualidad. Of course, the orientation is going to be very symbolic. It only cuts on with the anthropomorphic figure right here looking up. You can see the leads right here and also the contacts right here. Hay un positivo y negativo también, los dos, porque no se funcionan en esta manera. Nada. ¿Qué es la diferencia de este y una batería?
Que esta es energía natural. La herbolaria, la astrología, ellos les enseñaron todo ese conocimiento, pero el hombre todavía no estaba preparado para recibir toda ese conocimiento.
Hay que mostrar algo. Hay 3. Un cable. Positivo, negativo, tierra. The neutral, the hot, and the ground. The 120 is hot, neutral, ground. The 230 is hot, hot, ground. This is an electrical device of some kind. Another handbag.
Sostiene la bolsa del conocimiento o algo. Está en todas las culturas, igual como la llave de...
I think it's really interesting with this one, guys, is that the inscriptions on the side of it are actually really explaining everything about the device. So if you think now we get directions on how to do it on the packaging, same thing, but in hieroglyphics. I thought that was really interesting. And the interpretation of what that means then in different languages. And can you just check in, does everyone know what's in the center of the ring? Can you tell? Forget everyone's a bit behind us in chat. It's super interesting. So I'll let you think about that. He will tell you.
I've just found it.
There you go. There are parts.
I made the screen. I made
Yeah.
the screen giant size so that I could get
Oh.
a proper.
Everyone can get a proper look. There are parts in electronics that are crystals, correct? Like your quartz watch. It's called quartz watch for a reason, because of the quartz. Okay, will we continue?
Yeah. I just need to.
This is 4,000 years old. You seen a Bible? ¿Cuál tiene más años, este o la Biblia?
Esto.
This is older than the Bible, yet it has this very Christian symbol in there. I'll let you know that everything on earth is circular.
Esto podría ser también una representación cósmica, calendario astrológico.
¿De los mayas?
Sí, de los mayas y de todas las culturas.
No inteligencia para todos.
Exacto. Triángulo que está señalando hacia arriba, pero aquí este está abajo. Como es arriba, es abajo.
What he was saying is right here, this is a symbol of the universe. These are the planets. ¿Cuánto? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 mundos?
Sí.
7 different worlds. We are living in number 8 right here. If this was fake, I think this would be center. Look, it's not perfect. They're showing you that this is not made in a factory. If they could carve a rock like this, do you think they could have squared that up perfect? Of course they could have. There's not a single mistake in any of this. Where's the oops? Where's the oh no? Where's the I fucked up? I don't see it. This is what Arturo said. The artifacts to be exhibited were found in region and feature iconography that does not directly correspond to known Mesoamerican symbolic systems. Their engravings, geometric patterns, and the intentional arrangement of certain elements suggest a highly civilized technical and symbolic knowledge, the meaning of which is still being studied. One of the most striking aspects of these pieces is the presence of quartz deliberately integrated into their structure. The quartz emits a visible luminescence. This phenomenon does not occur spontaneously nor randomly, but only when the pieces are aligned and connected under specific conditions. Right? From a scientific perspective, quartz is a material known for its piezoelectric properties and its ability to interact with pressure, mechanical energy, or energy fields. Frequency. However, the way it was worked and arranged in these artifacts suggests an advanced understanding of these properties applied with an intention that goes beyond a mere ornamentation. The symbols carved on the surfaces could yet be related to an as yet deciphered activation, communication, or signaling system that links form, matter, and energy. The light generated when the pieces are joined should not be interpreted as a random effect, but rather as the physical reaction that points to a premeditated functional design. These findings open new lines of research into the technological and conceptual level of the cultures that inhabited Tula, or even earlier groups, and raise fundamental questions about the use of mineral, energetic, and symbolic knowledge in antiquity. Far from offering definitive answers, these artifacts invite us to observe, document, and analyze rigorously, maintaining an open mind towards what we do not yet fully understand. I think this fits the bill of do not fully understand. Rocks that emit light endlessly, and no battery attached. This is an electrical device of some kind.
Pretty amazing, right? And when you think about, sorry, I'll remove it. When you think about how everyone's arguing about free energy, what we're doing with the energy, the climate, you know, here you've got a perfect example of free energy using quartz crystals, and it just lit up like a lamp.
Yeah, but energetics and the big powers don't want us to have free energy.
Well, imagine that. You just need, you know, a few of those in your house and you could light the place up. You just need really good quartz crystals and the right connections, but also the pyramid. So it then takes you back to, you know, the pyramids always thought of as burial chambers. I don't think ever were. I think they were repurposed as burial chambers, but I think they were energetic centers all over the world. That's just my thought. Really,
you're waiting on the ground to shake and all the trees to fall off them.
I am. Like, I honestly believe from my back balcony, there's a mountain that I look at that I always look at and go, that's a pyramid. And I have dreamt about the dirt and everything coming away from the sides and it being a pyramid underneath. Yep. I think Australia's covered in them. Like, the further you drive up the coast of Queensland, it's just pyramid. Annie and I did a drive up the coast, and she goes, "You're going to lose yourself in a minute." And I did, because we went around the corner. Okay, pyramids. They're all pyramids.
Yeah, I think when we did that, was Paul with us when we did that one?
No, because
was it just you and me?
Yeah,
because I remember thinking she's just about to lose her shit.
Yeah.
And look what she did. She just was like a 3-year-old. Oh, pyramid there, pyramid there. There's pyramids everywhere, sweetheart. Yes, they're everywhere.
So
Just for you.
so it is pretty amazing. Yeah. So we're heading towards the end of the show. I hope you've all found that really interesting tonight. I just thought it was so nice to see a variety of what's really going on out there now. Like, it's so no longer in woo-woo space or out there. People are really starting to understand the connection. There were some other really good clips we didn't include here tonight, like telepathy. Oh, there you go, another shiny thing. Les mentioned to me last night that he's been working with the divination rods, and he doesn't even need to say anything out loud anymore. Like, just through telepathy and asking the question in his head, they respond. So again, you know, just new ways of doing things. So I think, yeah, it's really interesting. But there's 2 really short ones that if everyone wants to stick with us just for another couple of minutes, that I think you will really love. So I'm just going to play them and hope you stick around for a little bit longer.
Going to light you today, said the match to the candle. Light me, the candle whispered, afraid. If you do that, I'll start to die. I'll slowly burn away, and it will hurt. The match paused for a moment, then gently replied, you're right. Burning hurts. And yes, it will cost you. But tell me something. What's the point of being a candle if you never shine? Do you really want to spend your whole life like this? Cold, hard, untouched, but never having lit up anyone's darkness? The candle looked down. But you'll burn out too, it said softly. I know. The match answered with a fading smile. My flame is small, my time is short, but if I can pass it on to you, then I'll have done what I was made for. I was born to start the fire. You were born to carry it, to shine, to bring warmth, to be a light in the dark. The candle trembled, afraid, but something inside her flickered. She looked at the match, whose flame was almost gone, and said, "Okay, light me." And in that moment, a beautiful flame came to life, bright, alive. And even though both knew it wouldn't last forever, for the first time, it was worth burning. Sometimes in life, you have to walk through fire. It's painful, it changes you, but only through the burning do we discover what we're really made of. Only then do we shine. Remember, the fire that transforms you doesn't destroy you. It ignites you, and love is the flame that gives us purpose.
I love that one.
It's very cute, isn't it?
Yes.
And it is about that, because when you connect with that energy and remember who you are, it does ignite you. It is like a light going up, isn't it? It is like this flame in the darkness coming out. Yeah, it's a nice one, isn't it? Yeah.
Have you got my turtle one?
Yes, there is. There's a turtle one somewhere.
Is it this one?
It will be...
The third one? Maybe.
It's the bluish one above you, Annie. Above you and to the right, the bluish one.
If you've got it, hit it.
Yep, I'll throw it up. Let's have a look at this one.
Theory. Turtles don't rush. Turtles don't panic. Turtles don't care who's ahead of them. They just keep swimming, one stroke at a time, through chaos, through calm, and somehow they always make it to shore. Because speed means nothing when your journey is built on patience. You don't need to sprint. You just need to stay in motion. Slow progress is still progress, and peace will always outlast pressure.
Itty bitty baby one, but I had to get my turtles in there somewhere.
It's also a really, and I think it's a beautiful one for us to finish on.
It's a good reminder.
Because again, you know, life makes us rush. Like it's, you know, you got to rush here, rush there. And it's not in the rushing. It's not in the human doing that we constantly are. It's in the human being that we are and learning to be. And I think that that one's got a beautiful message around not rushing. You know, that awareness of what's around you. It's okay, you'll make it to shore. Just take that time, and I think that's a beautiful message for us to finish on. Isn't it lovely, everyone, to see so many things coming out now? And people who probably, like the guy with the 369 on the beach, I mean, I laugh every time. I've watched it a couple of times, and I laugh every time. Because it's people suddenly stepping in and going, hang on a minute, you know, we're actually starting to recognise and see things. Yeah, realise the same thing. Yep. Yeah, with just knowing we don't have to rush somewhere, that it's okay to just be, it's all right to sit in that stillness, and just have an increased awareness of what's actually around us and what we're connected to can just make such a big difference. And I really, really, truly hope that what the mum is doing with her children catches on everywhere. And, you know, as we mentioned, and Michelle said it earlier, there's places doing that now, doing the yoga, doing the different work with the kids, mindfulness.
Keeping them connected.
I think we'll have a much better society moving forward when people know that they're okay just the way they are. They were given the opportunity to come to the Earth School because they earned their right to be here, and that's a lot in the first place, you know. And so be comfortable in who you are and your purpose, because we were all given a purpose, and enjoy the ride, enjoy the journey. And if we can instill that with our kids, what a wonderful world it can be. So there you go, my lovelies. I think that's most of our topic tonight. Hope you enjoyed that one. We had lots of fun going through and finding videos. I mean, there were so many that we could have chosen from, but we were trying to do a few different themes in it tonight and from a few different people.
Yes, hopefully some of them resonated with you. Now, September. September is a really interesting little month. And I've pulled, Kerrie's going to pull a couple of cards as well, but I've pulled a couple of cards. The end of September, it's actually not the next live, but the live after that is the weekend of the 26th, 27th. Hold on till I check my calendar. Yeah, 26th, 27th. And this is where we go from the dark into the light. So what my two little cards have said is what's coming up in September is new beginnings. And the other thing, now I pulled this card and then I shuffled and the bloody thing fell out again. So I thought, drives me mad this. But having seen some of these little videos and everything, I think this one is really relevant because what this says is the answers. And after all that we've watched tonight, and thank you, Kerrie, for putting all them together for us. But after all that we've watched tonight, I think the answers are inside you. And I've just got my goosebumps all the way up and down my back. You don't, Kerrie said it earlier, we don't need to look for external validation. The answers are there and always have been there. And that little turtle, you know, sit, and there's no rush, there's no hurry. Just be and things will come to you. And if you get stuck, don't go outside, go inside. And I think too, if your light happens to go out, buy yourself a Zippo. Light the bloody thing back up again. Because for 50 odd years, literally 60, nearly 60 years, I've called it the shining. And when I look at people, I see the shining. I see I see their auras, I see the colors. And I've always said to people, that person's got the shining, that person's got the shining. And that's that inner light that glows inside them. And for those of you who were blessed enough to know Elizabeth, she shone like a freaking star. And so many of you in here all have the shining. And it's hard to see it in yourself, but just know that we see it. We know it's there. I just love it. I look at all you people, and especially when we're all together, look at what we did to the sky. Look at what we did to the mountain. Look at what we did to the trees, you know, and being part of this is humbling. It's really, really humbling. And Kerrie and I are so grateful that you come on this journey with us and you just follow our crazy ideas, the stuff that we just throw at you. And it's like, oh, here you go, have a go at this. And we honestly appreciate every single one of you. Yeah, there's Gail saying, ask the angels to increase your light for times when you're finding it hard to glow.
Absolutely.
I wish I was a glowworm. There's a little poem that says that.
Yeah,
I wish I was a glowworm.
Yeah. And we really do see that. I mean, even through the chat, those that we haven't been with in person, we pick up your energy through the chat and through the interactions with you in here, because vibration comes through in so many ways. And yeah, that light is absolutely beautiful. Did you have another card, Annie?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So I have to laugh. When we first came on tonight, we were talking about the beautiful full moon, how incredible that has been. And I said I couldn't see it at first last night because it was behind the trees, but what I could see was Venus, and Venus looked amazing. So the first card that came out tonight, and this is a bit about our connection and the awareness of everything around us, is this card here, if you can see it. And I'll tell you what it says. It says, surrender to the sweetness. And it says Venus energy. So as soon as I pulled it, I went, okay. Venus energy. Pleasure, joy, and dare I say it, the last advice on here, make love to life. That's an interesting concept, isn't it? Make love to life. But really what the guides are bringing through is, yeah, get that excitement again, get that joy again, and get excited about what is actually happening right now. Because the more that we stay in that energy, the faster we bring through this new way of being. And that's very true. So, you know, we're going to have these fluctuations, but we don't have to interact or be on that timeline. So they're definitely bringing that through. The next card they brought through was Star Keeper. And it's talking about getting in contact with our ancestors, remembering the past, remembering everything from the past. And again, we talked about that too. It's a remembering, not necessarily an awakening of who we always truly were. And they're just reiterating that again. And the last part of this is, and as you raise your energy, please remember to stay grounded. So that beautiful bit where they put their hands back on the ground at the end of calling in all that energy, just a little reminder around that. So as above, so below, it's just as important to ground our energy as it is to connect higher. And the last one that came through was hidden secrets. So again, all this technology, lost wisdom is the next thing this card says, and look a little deeper. I feel like all these beautiful technologies, how we can interact with the earth so that it's not being impacted, and it's not all about the dollar anymore. You know, it's about a way of living. And it's just reminding us that that's a purpose, that we all signed contracts to come here for this time. So buckle up, buttercups, because it's a ride, but this is the destination. So just a reminder on that for all of us tonight. Yeah.
I'm going to leave you with my little glowworm poem. It's very, very short. It says, I wish I was a glowworm. A glowworm's never glum. Because how can you be grumpy when the sun shines out your bum? So that's what I'm going to leave you with tonight.
Perfect.
Shine your light, kids. Shine your light.
I know that I should actually be thanking some people as well, Annie, and I should have grabbed everyone's names out. But a few people have been donating coffees. I know Kathy did directly to our account. We've had other people donating for coffees as well. Thank you so, so much, everyone. We do appreciate it. We don't expect it, but we do appreciate it because it does help pay for our StreamYard costs for these streams each year for our annual subscription. So we keep it all there and pay it at the end of the year, ready for next year. So thank you so much to everybody. I'm just going to throw the link in there. A few people had been asking me for it previously, so I'll throw the link in. We're always terrible at doing that. That's why they call it mooning. Yeah, I love that. Yeah. I knew she was looking for it while I was reading for the cards. I knew that's what she was doing.
Yeah. I just couldn't remember it. I was
yeah.
having a senior moment, but I did remember that he had a light that shone out his bum. So yes, that was why I wanted to find it.
So thank you to every one of you for joining in the chat, sharing your comments with us and your feedback, and having a laugh with us tonight, lifting that energy.
We will see you in a couple of weeks.
And we will see you in 2 weeks' time. Okay. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.
Annie whispers secrets in the night, mystical visions taking flight. Kerrie's got that angel glow so bright, gliding through the dark to the light. Tarot cards spread on the cosmic rug, healing power in a gentle hug. Meditations deep like an ancient grove, finding peace through the stars above. Mind, body, spirit, soul, we rise. Angel feathers falling from the sky, psychic waves in a gentle tide. Let the universe be our guide. Sound healing echoes through the air, lifted hearts with a tender care. Spiritual journeys we embark, lighting flames within the dark. Messages from angels clear and true, whispering love in all we do. Psychic development strong and wise, open path